What's up YouTube and welcome to Talk Malcolm Talk, so let's talk. There is a new member of the Bullet Club, and his name is the villain, Marty Scurll. Thank you. So last night at Ring of Honor War of the Worlds, Marty showed up in the ring, he opened up his umbrella, and it had a giant Bullet Club logo on it. And that is how you make an entrance. Followed up by the Young Bucks super kicking Adam Cole out of the Bullet Club and to a better paycheck because he's apparently going to the WWE. I mean, there's been lots of rumors about Adam Cole going to WWE, so most likely he may be appearing at NXT TakeOver Chicago. So if you're going to that, lucky. But back to Marty. He's in the Bullet Club. Honestly, one of my favorite independent guys right now. His entire character is like Dr. Doofenshmirtz with like the bald dude from the Minions movie. Forgot his name at the moment. But that combination, I just like him. I just really like Marty. So Adam Cole probably is going to WWE. Then along with that, New Japan and Ring of Honor also announced the first ever IWGP United States Championship. And let me tell you, that belt looks very good. New Japan's red belt looks better than WWE's red belt. What's up with that? But yes, New Japan announced the first ever IWGP United States Championship, which is going to be held in a 2-day tournament at the G1 shows for New Japan in California. There's not a lot of information on the title, but I'm going to assume that it might just be a title that's only defended in the United States, which is very interesting because there's a lot of guys that do work for New Japan that are in Japan right now, but also are North American or just American or whatever. That will be a very good contender for the title. The title's only supposed to be for people that are like American. First thing to come to mind just happens to be a certain grandson of a plumber. I can't think of his name. What's his name? So WWE, they like Roman Reigns. They, they're on the Roman train. The Roman Express is ran through the WWE Championship, WrestleMania main events, Royal Rumbles, United States Championship, tag team titles, being a part of one of the top factions ever. There's a few things that the Roman Express hasn't gone through yet, like a King of a Ring or like a Money in the Bank. There's like 2 stops left. One of them happens to be for a certain Intercontinental Championship, and the other one happens to be for a certain Universal Championship. So it's rumored at Extreme Rules that Roman Reigns might be winning the Intercontinental Championship from The Miz, which that means that The Miz is most likely going to win the Intercontinental Championship on Monday Night Raw, which is this Monday. But the reason for Roman Reigns winning the Intercontinental Championship because at WrestleMania 34 it's supposed to be him versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship, and the storyline going into that is because Roman Reigns has held every single championship in WWE except for the Universal Championship. So he might be winning that Intercontinental Championship so he can say he won them all. And maybe he'll drop some weight and then spear Neville and then hold the purple belt. And maybe he might grow his hair out a little bit longer, Superman punch Alexa, Raw Women's Champion. Then he might go to SmackDown, sit down, powerbomb on Naomi, SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Then out of nowhere, we'll learn back in Roman's past, because Nia Jax, she's half Samoan and half German. So possibly Roman Reigns has some German in him, and that's in Europe, so that we're kind of close. Then we'll go on Ancestry.com, we'll research him a little bit, find out that he actually is British. Drive by Tyler Bate, UK champion. Then he'll stop getting himself pushed, go back down to NXT, Superman punch, spear, then another spear, NXT champion. Then him and No Way Jose will be the NXT tag team champions, and then he'll go back to being a woman, new NXT women's champion. Can't wait for Roman to be Intercontinental champion. It's gonna be great, he said it sarcastically. So at WWE Great Balls of Fire, yep, that's the name of pay-per-view. But Brock Lesnar was supposed to be defending his Universal Championship against Braun Strowman, but that's no longer gonna happen because Braun Strowman's out. He's gonna miss Extreme Rules, so his feud with Roman Reigns is just kind of over. He's gonna be out even longer. He's gonna miss Great Balls of Fire, so he won't be able to face Lesnar for the Universal Championship either, which most likely that match will get pushed towards SummerSlam, which is very good. Who's Brock gonna face now? So the top candidates is either Seth Rollins or Finn Balor, or a triple threat between all 3. So WWE's very high on a certain NXT superstar, and it's not No Way Jose, it's not Drew McIntyre, it's not Bobby Roode, it's not Asuka, it's not Amber, it's not Nikki Cross, it's not Ruby Riott, I'll call it Rugby Riott again, Aleister Black. Until I figure out how to say his first name, I'm just gonna call him Tommy Yen. So WWE is very high on Tommy Yen right now. They really want him to actually go up to the main roster like right now. And apparently while they were over in the UK, the O2 Arena, during the main event, not the main event, the show main event. I know you probably forgot about that, but it's still a thing. Tommy Yen was actually there and he faced Curt Hawkins. I'm actually gonna leave the link to that match down in the description in case you wanna go watch it. I have zero problem with Tommy Yen being on the main roster. I like Tommy Yen. I've been watching him for like a long time now. Please don't Apollo Crews or Dana Brooke this guy. You saw what happened when they came up too early. Please don't do that to him. He's very good. I like his gimmick. I like his character. I like the whole sitting down in the ring. It's just perfect. So I believe it was Thursday or Friday, but Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella's kid is now born, and her name is Birdie Danielson. So welcome to the world, Birdie. Have a nice life. You were born to some good freaking parents. So, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, they both have been gone for a minute. Like, neither one of them showed up since, like, WrestleMania. Well, Brock Lesnar showed up on Monday Night Raw, but then again, he didn't say anything. But it's now advertised in Phoenix, Arizona, because that's where Raw and SmackDown are going to be held. The 2 days of July 3rd and July 4th is going to be SmackDown and Raw in the same arena. So if you buy your tickets, you actually get a 2-for-1 special. That doesn't happen often, especially with WWE. If you live in Arizona and you ain't getting this, you buy. Just buy. But it has been advertised that Brock Lesnar is going to be returning on Monday Night Raw on July 3rd, and John Cena is going to be returning on July 4th on SmackDown. It's a very good 2-for-1 special. If you ain't getting it, then what's wrong with you? Again, wait, why is Brock Lesnar now being advertised to return July 3rd? He has to return before that. No, I can't take that for a fact. Great Balls of Fire, July 9th. I know you're not about to have your champion not show up on Raw until like the week before. I will not accept that. You better show up before Brock. So Backlash is coming up on May 21st. I think that's next weekend. Yeah, next weekend. So there's still 2 matches that haven't been officially announced but are most likely going to happen on the show. And that's going to be Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin, which they've had like a little mini feud going on. Like, it should be alright. And then more as a filler match, you're going to have Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan. I'm assuming if any match is going to be on a pre-show, it's going to be that. Because that sounds boring. Luke Harper deserves a lot more. This man was almost in the main event of WrestleMania, or of one of the main events, which is not true. The last match is the main event. Harper deserves more than just facing Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan, I like your sheep mask, but you're boring. I am 100% a Luke Harper guy, and I will not let this happen. Use the hashtag on Twitter. Save my boy Luke. Yeah, guys, that's the video. Hope you really enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe. I think we're only 69 people away from 4,000 subscribers. Can we please get there before the end of May? Or maybe the start of June. If you can, tell your friends, share this on Twitter if you want, turn on the post notifications so you always know when I'm uploading on YouTube. So make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe, and we outie.